So let's talk about 2 easy steps to last longer in the bedroom. It's really important stuff to do. And listen, you are capable of doing it. Why? Because there's nothing like the disaster of bringing a woman pleasure. You know, you've been getting my courses, tongue magic, erotic power positions, all these. So you know what to do with her body once you're in the bedroom. But then the big catastrophe, the disaster happens. You go too fast. You're like, oh, I didn't mean to, and you know damn well she didn't orgasm, and you can just see the in her face. Instead of seeing the in her face, you want to see the in her face. Maybe not that dramatic, depends on how good you are. Maybe you do want to see it that way. But you get what I'm saying. There's a very stark contrast from a woman who is disappointed to a woman who's fully elated because you've done a damn good job in the bedroom. So how do you rectify this? You're like, Erica, I never want this shit to happen ever again. And I don't blame you. Why? Because bringing a woman pleasure is like one of the highest forms of being a man. And it's the same thing for us women. So don't get your panties in a wad. I deserve pleasure too. Of course you do, but you deserve to feel like you can respect yourself and look at yourself in the mirror when you're finished and go, I'm the man. I hit that G spot. I made it wet. I made it rain. I made it rain. Who does that song? I make it rain. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Who does that? Tell me in the comment section. If you're new here, I'm Arica Angelo, and here we talk about dating, relationships, sex advice. You are in good hands, and trust me, you want to hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on the bell while you're at it, because I'm going to teach you how to ring her bell. So one of the easiest things that you can do, it actually comes back to you. You actually have the power to make this happen. It's not as far out of control as you think. The reality is, when you can't last, when you want to last longer, when you want to make it last, when you want to stay hard much longer for a woman, the reality is this. Most of the time, you are ejaculating way too fast because you are in a state of fear. How do you know you're in a state of fear? Because of what your mind is telling you. If you come too fast, you're going to disappoint her. Don't disappoint her. Don't. You're going to be so embarrassed. She's going to be so disappointed in you. She's never going to have sex with you again. Do you hear all these horrible things that come with guilt and shame begin to flood your mind? And what happens to that penis of yours? It just boop. The blood flow stops from there, and now the blood's just going to the brain like, yes, it's all going to be catastrophic. It's going to be terrible. No. Screw that guy. This is one of the easy ways that you're going to get around this. You are going to focus on her pleasure. The minute that monkey mind wants to start going cray-cray on you, you're like, bro, shut the hell up. I want to see, if I do this and this and this, and if I put her in this position, how is she gonna feel? And I want to hear her moan. I want to bring her up against the wall. I want to move all of that to her. When you're more focused on that, on her pleasure and what you want to do to her body, bring your pleasure into it. What it does is it gets your mind from going, I'm going to blow it. You're not even focused on blowing it. You're focused on her pleasure. What can you do to make her scream? And you know I have my erotic power positions that will teach you different positions to play with. Why? Here's the sneaky thing. I'm going to give you a sneaky secret right here, right now. Some guys typically, when they are about to ejaculate too fast, they're like, ooh, slow down. And she's like bouncing on that D, you know what I mean? She's like, pow, pow, pow. And you're like, ooh, it's getting me too excited. Slow down. Or she's grinding on it and you're like, slow down. Instead of having to say that, when you have this erotic power positions, what you can do is put her in another position. Maybe one that doesn't make you it doesn't feel as great for you, but it brings her a lot of pleasure. What are you doing? You are buying your ass some time. You're like, okay, this position does nothing for me, but she's getting a lot out of it. I'm going to try this position and that position. And what happens? You get to last longer. How are you lasting longer? Because you're focusing on her pleasure. That is the most important thing. And the second thing is this: you just have to verbalize it. You just got to keep shit real. I have had situations where, I was with someone and they were shamed about sex. The woman that they were with before was like, you always want to. And so what that did was it made him feel like a shitty guy. And so what it did was it killed his confidence. Sometimes you just got to be honest with yourself and realize that maybe your confidence is shot, which is why I have my 7 free exercises to build you confidence in the bedroom. You should get it. It's free. It's in the comment section. It's in the description. But what you need to do, this is for guys, especially if you're in a relationship and you've been with a woman for a while. You need to be straight up about it and be like, look, I've been brutalized over this, or I just get in my head about shit. But let me tell you, a woman always wants to hear what the solution is. But let me tell you, the next time I'm going to try these positions on you and I'm going to take you to town. But sometimes just being honest, you would be surprised how compassionate women can be. Like, oh, okay, cool. Then she can support you on it. If it is a new relationship, you want to be careful with how you do it. Instead, you need to be honest and have that conversation with yourself. Maybe not her, but have it with yourself. But if you're in a relationship, have a talk about it, be honest about it, but always tell her that there is a solution. I hope you like this. Make sure that you subscribe, get that erotic power positions, get the 7 exercises. And while you're at it, why don't you just watch this next video that is guaranteed to bring her ultimate pleasure. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.